Welcome to the Leadership Ashland Volunteer Match website. This website connects Leadership Ashland alumni with Ashland County nonprofit organizations to fill board and other volunteer leadership needs by matching alumni interests and skills with the needs of our local nonprofit community so both entities can enjoy board service opportunities. A key mission of Leadership Ashland is to teach leaders the skills necessary to successfully serve on a nonprofit board of directors and encourage alumni to actively engage in community leadership opportunities. LA Volunteer Match provides the connection for alumni and nonprofits that need skilled leaders on their boards. This instructional video is for Leadership Ashland alumni. A separate instructional video is available for nonprofit organizations in Ashland County to access their portion of the site. So let's get started. The site can be accessed by typing in lavolunteermatch.com in your web browser. Once to our home page, alumni can log in either by clicking on Alumni and Volunteers in the upper right-hand corner, or scrolling down and clicking on the icon for LA Alumni Volunteers. This will bring you to the login page. All Leadership Ashland alumni have been sent login information either via email or a hard copy letter. That information provides a username and a temporary password. Your temporary password is a one-time only password that you'll use the very first time that you log in. Once you have set your temporary password to a permanent password, then you can go back and log in to access your site. As always, if somewhere down the road you forget your username or your password, you can click on this link and that'll take you to a page to reset that information. Organizations have a separate login. They can either click here to log in or from the home page they can click on organizations. So I'm going to log in with a proxy account that we've set up in order to go through the demonstration. I've already reset my temporary password for this, so I'm going to enter in the new password for this. You do have the option to click the Remember Me button, which will store your username and your password. And what you can see is I have now come up on the profile page for Susan Test. So this shows you the information that you'll always get when you first log into your profile. Once you have set up listings in your profile that you might be interested in with the information on the matches, those will come up on your profile page every time you log in, as long as those positions are active. So the very first time when you log in, we'd like you to go in and review your profile. All Leadership Ashland alumni have a basic profile already set up in our system with information that we have taken from your participation in Leadership Ashland class. So I'm going to click on Please Review and Update Your Profile, Interests, and Skills. This brings us to the profile page for Susan Test, and so what you'll see is your name and all of your information that we have in our system at this point in time. And so we want you to double check and make sure that that information is accurate, make sure your email is accurate, your phone numbers, and then you'll go down and you'll see under Leadership Ashland Alumni Info, we have your gender, we have the year that you graduated from Leadership Ashland, and you'll see that we have a spot for alumni status. And this can be active or inactive. If you would like to be considered for potential volunteer opportunities within the system to match, then please make sure that active is chosen under your status. If you are not interested at this point in time in being connected with potential opportunities, or you're not available, you can just click on inactive and the system won't match you with with volunteer opportunities, but it will maintain your information in our system. Scrolling down, come to your company information. So this would be if you are employed, you can put that information in here. And you'll notice at the top in the personal contact information and Leadership Ashland Alumni info, any place that there's a red star, that's information that needs to be filled in. Then we're going to go down here to the information that's going to help match you with potential volunteer opportunities that fit your interests and the things that you're passionate about. So under interests, you'll see that each section will have several different options for you to choose. Now, I've already gone in and chosen some areas of interest that Susan Test might be interested in matches for. And I'll just click on each of these so you can see the information. So when I click on advocacy, you'll see that there are several subtopics within that. So if you're interested in advocating for agriculture, animals, diversity, environmental, historic preservation, land preservation, or peace and conflict resolution, you could select whichever one of those you're interested in. You can select as many as you would like, and you can deselect any that you don't want to have in there. And once you've selected the subcategories that you would have interest in, you would, in this case, I'm going to submit changes because I already had that information set up. The first time that you do it, it will just show up on that profile page. So this brings me back to my profile page. So if I wanted to look in arts and culture, I can look under that category, and you can see there's several, again, subtopics of things, areas that you might be interested in. Community progress. Education. Government. And then in our health and human services, there's quite a few options in there that you might want to select. Again, you can select as many as you would like that cover interests that you have for serving in our community. And you can deselect if you click on something that you decide that you maybe aren't interested in having matches for. So all of the categories and interests that you select will show up here. And these are part of what will help match you with the organizations that serve these populations so that you're getting connected with organizations that you believe in their mission. Next, you're going to go down to the skills and availability. When you first log in, this will be blank. So you click on skills, and you can see all of the different general skill areas that we've put together that are areas that our nonprofits might be looking for people with these particular skills. Select as many or as few as you would like or as are applicable to you. The more that you select, the more likely you are to find a good fit for yourself to volunteer. And just keeping in mind that the postings that our nonprofits are putting up for opportunities will also contain this information that these are skills that they're looking for. So if you have skills in accounting and financial, or event planning, or fundraising, or graphic design, and there's a position that a nonprofit needs to fill for a board seat or possibly a volunteer, and they're looking for someone with that skill, if you select those, then you're likely going to be getting a match for that organization posting. And then we also have availability because we want you to be able to choose how long you might be willing to commit to an opportunity. So if you click on availability, you'll notice that there are 5 different options. Again, you can choose as many or as few as you would like. An ad hoc committee is simply a committee that an organization is putting together for a short period of time for a very specific purpose, such as perhaps they're going to do a building renovation or purchasing a building or a specific fundraiser or new program. And they just want to bring in some people to serve for maybe 2 or 3 months to help advise on that. Obviously, a board position is going to be anywhere from 2 to 4 years for one term. Event planning is just for the day of an event to have you there to assist with that. Maybe you would be interested in a specific job opportunity. We are going to allow our organizations to post job opportunities. Or maybe you're willing to just be on their list for a volunteer who they can call when needed. So again, just the more that you select in here, the more matches that you're going to get. And so once I've completed all of that information, I would submit the changes so that all my information is up to date. That brings me back to my home page. And because Susan Test already has her profile set up, there are a couple of matches that already had come up that fit with her. So at any point in time, you can log in and look at your profile page and see if there are any matches that fit with what you have available for skills and interests. Now, the other piece of this is that you can go in and you can look at all of these things. So you can look at your matches, manage your interests and skills, and your profile. The other thing that you can do is that you can go in and you can look at all of the volunteer postings that are in the system. So perhaps you're curious, maybe for some reason there is a volunteer posting that didn't fit with the things that you had selected, but you heard about it and maybe you want to check it out, or you're just curious to see what else is going on. You can go to this page for the volunteer postings, and this will just list all of the opportunities that are in the system. You can always browse through these and look to see what there is. You can click over here to get more information. If you click on the plus sign, it will give you details about that particular position. So for this one, it's a board position, and then you can go in and look. This is all the contact information for the person at that organization. This is a little bit of information about the actual position and when they meet and where. And then this tells you what the skills are that they're looking for, and this gives you the interests of their organization and who their people are that they serve. And you can click on that little green minus sign and it'll just close that up again. If you want to do a search, you can do a search. These are all the organizations that are in the volunteer match system. So you could do a search for any opportunities that might be with a particular agency. You can also do a search by skill. So if you have a particular skill, perhaps in event planning, and you would like to see if there are any opportunities within that, then you could click on that and you can see there's one that has come up for the Ashland YMCA. And this gives you the information that they're looking for. You can also go in and look at the organizations, and you can favorite any organizations that you would like to get information on whenever they post something. So if you click on that, that brings you to, again, these are all of the organizations that are in our system. These are all organizations that offer opportunities for our alumni to engage with them. And what you can do is you can favorite an organization, and you'll see it moves over to here. You can favorite as many as you would like. And then what will happen is anytime that those organizations post a volunteer opportunity, that will actually come up in your profile. So there's many different ways that you can explore opportunities to engage as a leader in our community. So if you're wondering about how you find out about these opportunities other than going in and logging in, well, once a week, the system will automatically go through and all volunteer opportunities that are posted within the system will get matched with any profiles of alumni that are in the system. And so once a week, alumni that have a match with a volunteer opportunity will get an email from the system, and it will give you the information about what the volunteer opportunity is and all of the contact information. The organization that has a match with your profile will not receive your name or contact information. They will simply get an email that says the system has found matches for their position. This is to protect your privacy so that organizations aren't contacting you directly about a match. So it is your responsibility as an alumni and a leader to contact an organization if you're interested in finding out more about a volunteer opportunity that's a match for you. We hope that this system will help you to find opportunities to engage as a leader in Ashland County so you can utilize all of your skills and strengths to help make our community better and to help our nonprofits with the very important work that they do to help our community. If you have any questions about the system, you can contact the Leadership Ashland office via email at leadershipashland, all one word, at ashlandoh.com. We're more than happy to answer any questions you might have, and we look forward to having you engage in helping to make our community thrive even more.